Hi, and welcome to another episode. From a young age, many people dream of success. We're shown magazine covers featuring young entrepreneurs, the prodigies, the visionaries, the rule breakers. These individuals defied expectations and built empires, sometimes before even graduating college. But behind some of those glossy success stories lies a darker truth. Sometimes, chasing success at any cost leads not to greatness, but to disaster. This is the story of Charlie Javis. On paper, she had it all. Millions in funding, a company acquired by JPMorgan for $175 million, and a coveted spot on Forbes 30 under 30 list. But the truth behind her accomplishments was something far more sinister. Charlie Javis grew up in an affluent New York family and attended a prestigious French-American school. Early on, she showed signs of ambition. After a trip to Thailand during high school, she became inspired to start a microfinance nonprofit called PowerUp, aimed at providing low-interest loans to people in developing countries. The mission sounded noble, and soon Charlie was being celebrated in major publications. Inc. magazine called her startup one of the coolest in college. Fast Company named her among the 100 most creative people. She gained attention from the Peter Thiel Foundation, which encouraged students to drop out and pursue entrepreneurship full-time with a $100,000 grant. Charlie didn't take the money, but she took the spotlight. That spotlight would prove useful. After graduating from Wharton, Charlie set her sights on a new problem: the FAFSA, the complicated financial aid form millions of U.S. students need to complete to access college funding. The form was notoriously confusing. Billions in aid went unclaimed each year simply because students couldn't figure it out. So, Charlie created a new platform, one that promised to simplify the entire process down to 5 minutes. The company was called Frank, a name chosen to imply honesty. Using her media savvy and connections, she raised over $20 million and claimed to have attracted more than 300,000 users. She became a star in the education tech world, doing interviews, podcasts, and appearing on 30 under 30 lists. But not everything was as it seemed. In 2017, the U.S. Department of Education issued a cease and desist letter, warning that Frank's branding made it appear like a government service. The company had to clarify its independence from the federal system. Later that year, Charlie wrote a guest piece for the New York Times about FAFSA, but the article had multiple factual errors and required a formal correction. How could the CEO of a company built around financial aid not understand how the aid system worked? Despite these concerns, Charlie pressed on. By 2021, Charlie was preparing to sell Frank. JPMorgan was interested. She pitched them the company as a customer acquisition machine with 4.25 million users. That number impressed the bank. After a few meetings, they agreed to acquire Frank for $175 million. But there was a problem. Charlie didn't actually have 4 million users. The real number was under 300,000. She'd massively inflated her customer base, the most important metric JPMorgan was buying. When asked for verification, she refused, citing privacy concerns. But JPMorgan pressed, and she faced a choice: reveal the truth or double down on the lie. She doubled down. Working with a data science professor, Charlie helped generate a fake data set of over 4 million names using synthetic data. Her chief growth officer allegedly tried to get the company's lead engineer to help fake the list. When he refused, they used the professor's algorithm to create fake profiles. The professor was paid $18,000 for his services. Charlie also had her team buy a separate dataset of 4.5 million student emails for over $100,000. Just in case, the original fake list failed scrutiny. The bank bought it. Charlie received $10 million up front and was eligible for another $20 million. Her colleague received millions too. But it wouldn't last. Soon after the deal closed, JPMorgan began integrating Frank into its operations. They sent out emails to the supposed 4 million users. Only 20% of the emails even delivered. Just 1% were opened. Something was clearly wrong. Digging deeper, JPMorgan uncovered email threads detailing the fake data scheme. Charlie and her team were immediately suspended. In December 2022, the bank sued her. In response, she had the audacity to countersue, claiming wrongful termination. But the courts weren't buying it. In April 2023, Charlie Javis was charged with multiple counts of fraud, all tied to the faked customer base. She now faces up to 100 years in prison. Looking back, there were signs all along. Her original venture PowerUp was never registered, never gave out a loan, and had no official partners, despite bold claims. The Peter Thiel Foundation said she lied about even being offered their scholarship. And when Frank launched, it shifted directions multiple times, from a job search engine to a credit score tool to a financial aid service. During this time, employees say she withheld pay, skipped equity payouts, and was sued by her own team. Charlie Javis's story draws unmistakable parallels with figures like Elizabeth Holmes and Sam Bankman-Fried, high-profile entrepreneurs who excelled not in building sustainable companies, but in selling compelling illusions. They knew how to work the system, dazzle the media, and win over powerful allies, all while their foundations were crumbling behind the scenes. They didn't just bend the truth, they built their empires on it. And for a while, it worked. They gained wealth, fame, and influence. But as with all facades, reality eventually caught up. Javis's downfall is a stark cautionary tale, a reminder that the fake-it-till-you-make-it mentality can go from scrappy optimism to catastrophic fraud when accountability is ignored. There's a thin line between vision and delusion, and crossing it comes with consequences. During times of economic optimism, investors are often blinded by hype, eager to catch the next unicorn before it takes off. Diligence fades, red flags are overlooked, but when markets slow, scrutiny returns, and the lies no longer hold. For Charlie Javis, the unraveling didn't come gradually. It came suddenly, and it was unforgiving. Thanks for watching.